it's a little bit shorter than the style than it is when it's just down.
Okay.
And when I explain that to people, they'd be like, I don't understand. Because, like, they'll show me a picture of a style and they say, I want that style. Now, when their hair is down, it's the length of that style. But that hair is in a style, so it's actually a little bit longer. So I'll be like, we might not be able to do that because your hair's not quite long enough. And they be, what are you talking about? My hair is exactly the same length as that person in the style. And it's like, yeah, when it's in the style, but when they take their hair down, it's going to be a little bit longer. So I was trying to take a picture for that. And so I wanted it in his face because it was like one side was roped and the other side was down. And it was like 3 inches longer on the other side. But it was jumbo ropes. But he was like, nah, just cover my face. And I was like, cool. So I put like the star emoji on his face. You know what I'm saying? Because that's fine with me.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Like,
Camera shy.
yeah. So, and I understand because a couple of my kids are like that. And if they don't want to be on camera, I can't put them on camera. Hi, people.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna talk about today, actually, now that you're here, it's one person's here now. Now that somebody's here, well, what I wanted to talk about is really how I got started really doing locks. How I ended up only wanting to do locks, and it really I've been doing hair since I was 7. I think I started doing my own hair when I was 7. I started doing my little sister's hair when she was in kindergarten and I was in 1st grade. My grandma used to give her pigtails and she hated pigtails.
Right.
And so she would give her pigtails every morning. And then when we get to school, before we even go to the breakfast line, my sister was in the bathroom like, fix my hair. Fix it. I can't go through this school with my pigtails. She did not like my pigtails. They weren't great because they kind of stuck out a little bit, and I would just put it in a ponytail. I wasn't. We were not allowed to let people do our hair. I wasn't even allowed to do it, but you know.
No, that's how my grandma was. She was like,
You better not let nobody touch
your
your hair.
Don't let nobody touch your hair.
Period. So that's actually the first client I had. That's my longest client. I've been doing her hair forever. And it's to her butt now, so she can't say I didn't do my job. And it took me, you know what, it took me a long time to get my sister to lock her hair. Like I was doing locks probably 6 or 7 years before I got her to lock hers.
What was she supposed to?
I don't know. She
Okay,
just was like, no, we're not doing that. But we didn't know a whole lot about it when I first started doing it. We didn't know a lot about it. So I originally, the first time I ever did any locks was when I was in hair school. And I did some starter locks, and I didn't have a clue what I actually was doing. And dude didn't say he was starting locks either. He just showed me a picture, and it was some starter locks. It was some starter locks. At the time, I just thought it was little curls, you know. And I could tell exactly what they did. He had an afro. I could tell that all they did was put some gel on it and coil it up with the comb. So that's what I did. My aunt, I have an aunt that's married to, well, she was married to my uncle for a long time, and there's a white lady and her kids, so she had mixed kids, and so she used to take their hair and water and a comb and just twirl it up and put it in little ponytails and then twirl it up like this so they have little curls.
I know
Super cute.
Like...
So I was like, I've been knowing how to do that. So I did that to his hair. Nobody else at school really wanted to do it, which still to this day, most people with licenses don't want to do locks, and I do not get it. Like, why? It's easy, but
probably
maybe it's just me.
Because
it seems, I think it's intimidating. When you're looking at afro or you're looking at it like this, it looks scary, but it really is. It's not that scary. Let me see if I can get your head in there a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. But it's not that scary. So, but I did his. That was really the first experience I had with it, and then, you know, after I graduated hair school, I worked at JCPenney salon for like, I don't know, 3 months. I did not. It was not for me.
In and out.
It wasn't. And then I went and worked with this girl who, in my hometown, she had locks, like fire engine red locks. And she had a shop with her, and I think there was another girl she had working with her, like part-time. And she had like a lot of clients, like a lot of clients. And she booked them like how I be in here, just one person at a time. I do that because it's stress free to me. I feel like, you know, when you pile your clients in together, it's kind of stressful because they like, it feels like they're rushing you. They might not be rushing you because I'm telling you, she got a lot of clients and they come and they sit okay, and they wait. So she's good at her job. But that type of environment is stressful to me. It makes me feel like I'm rushed and I want to take my time and do a good job. And so at that time, I was doing everything. But I have no clients. I was fresh out of school. I only had done a couple people's hair at JCPenney, okay? And they was paying $5.15 an hour. This is a long time ago. This is a long time ago. And they were paying $5.15 an hour, and I couldn't do nothing with that. And I had hours I was getting, and I didn't have no car, so I was catching the bus and getting off work at like 10 o'clock at night and having to catch the bus and walk a couple blocks in the dark and not cool. So I didn't last at JCPenney's. And so when I went to her shop, she said I could work there on commission, and I was like, that's great because I don't have no customers. So I can't pay booth rate yet. And I would do my sister, my lifelong client. She was one of my regulars, and then she always has friends, lots of friends, and I'd be doing one of her friends. I have a few friends, but I didn't have like a busy schedule. Most of the time I was sitting there. So when I was just there sitting, she would pay me $5 for each client to shampoo for her. Because I'm telling you, when I tell you she book them on top of each other, she'll book at 9 o'clock, at 9:15, at 9:30, at 9:45. I'm talking about she piled her schedule on, and she would get them all done, but really, as they poured in, she would shampoo one and set them down, shampoo one and set them down. Sometimes she might have to shampoo one and set them like a short haircut with a relaxer. She'd shampoo them, set them, and put them under the dryer, but everybody else was sitting with a towel on. And I'm talking about the waiting room would just be full of people with towels, wet, caked, dry, caked with a towel on, or a couple people under the dryer, and people would still be coming in. And so she started having me shampoo, you know, to help her. I guess that kind of helped her like speed up a little bit and catch up with her clients. So, and it was cool because at least I was making something. Because I'm telling you, I didn't have no clients. So one day, one of her clients was sitting there. I had just shampooed him, okay, and he was sitting there with amongst others that had towels on, and I didn't know who she was gonna do next, okay, but it probably wasn't him. And so whoever she was working on, he was not next. You know, he was the most recent person that came in, so I had just shampooed him. And he was waiting. And he was like, and I was just sitting there in my chair, probably just twirling. We didn't really have, our cell phones didn't do a lot back then, so.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. I was like, so what was everybody doing?
I mean, low-key, her situation with all them people waiting kind of stressed me out too. But it didn't stress me out that much because they weren't waiting on me.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, the guy had just finished shampooing. He saw me just sitting there twirling in my chair. He was like, well, can she do it? And she looked at me and she was like, well, can you? And I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. I had been watching her. I hadn't been doing nothing but watching her. She had a lot of like clients. I mean, and at this time, we talking about Omaha, Nebraska. It wasn't a lot of clients in the town, but I had never seen as many as I had seen in her shop that day. Well, since I had been working there anyway. And yeah, because I was there, before that happened, I was probably there maybe a month or so. You know, just learning the environment stuff. I wasn't making no money really. But then, yeah, he was like, can she do it? And I was like, yeah, I can. And then after I did it, he liked it. So he just started booking with me after that. And it was funny because she always, whenever she would see me, because she ended up moving out of town, well, she would come back every now and then. I did her hair for a few years when she was going back and forth. And she always would ask me whenever she see him how he was doing. Which I thought was funny because, yeah, a few other clients of hers had did that too. Just because I was just sitting there and I wasn't doing nothing. And so once they seen that I could do it, that's actually when I started building some clientele. But I started, you know, building more clientele when they, you know, people would see my work. But and she would get walk-ins and stuff too up there. But that one, I think that one was the main one that was kind of stood out because he was like, well, just can she do it? He didn't like to sit and wait, in which, I mean, a lot of people don't, but they still go because, like I said, she's good at her job.
That kind of gives you a little bit more leeway.
I think so. I probably could have people up in here waiting, but I just don't want to do that. It'd be stressing me out. Then they feel like I should be moving faster. Sometimes I need to move faster, I do, and sometimes I move slower. I don't need nobody sitting there tapping their foot. But so while I was, when I started doing locks, I told her, because she was kind of like she didn't really train me, but I was kind of like trying to be her little protege, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I told her, like, I don't even want to do nothing else. Now, mind you, I had just finished hair school. I learned how to do everything that I thought I knew and didn't really know. Like, I thought I knew how to do everything. And when I went to hair school, I found out that, like, some of that stuff wasn't healthy. And when I was in hair school, I was like, well, I really just want to do what is healthy. And when I saw locks and the way that they grow, I was just like, oh, well, this is the healthiest thing. I don't see a need to do anything else. Like, I'm still doing relaxers and sew-ins and different things that we're taught that you can do them in a healthy way, but it's like, in a healthy way, but how healthy is it? I can get your hair long, but how long can I get it? Can I get it down to your butt? I hadn't been able to get a relaxer to nobody's butt. I hadn't been able to get natural hair to anybody's butt. I wanted to grow your hair as long as it could possibly grow, to the point where there is no, like, cause like, we never had that. Like, when I work with, like, cause I've worked at Great Clipses and stuff like that, like salons and like at the JCPenney's, and we don't have like that confidence in our hair that it will grow forever. And so, you know, we just, there wasn't anything that we could do. Even if you just braid it and you do it every 2 weeks, and it's still, something's breaking it. Somehow it's either the braids are tight, or just you forget to tie it up one night, or you're impatient one time when you comb it. It just, like, there's no wiggle. Yeah. It's gonna break. It breaks so easily, but it's strong and fragile at the same time. It's insane. So when I found locks, it was just like, that's it. I don't want to do anything else. But like, she was like, no. She was like, don't limit yourself like that. I'm a little limit. It's like, well, you got a license to do everything, hair, skin, and nails, and you're just gonna do locks. I'm like, but this is the best thing. She's like, yeah, but still, everybody don't want it, you know. So it's like, I get it. And I did, for a long time, I did everything. I braided for, I mean, I used to do all the design braids before the internet. So like, everybody's doing, you know, butterflies and stars and hearts and stuff. Now I was doing hearts and money signs 20 years ago. I stopped doing all that braiding, because braiding freaking hurts. Like, I braided from like French braids from 7 until I was probably 30.
Wow.
It's been, maybe I might have been 28, because my hands started cramping up so bad that I just couldn't braid anymore. My braids stopped looking as good. It hurt so bad to do them that it took so long. Like, I used to be fast, but then it started just taking super long time to do braids because it hurt me so bad to do them. So I had to quit braiding. And then I still was doing relaxers and, you know, whatever people was asking me for. Natural hairstyle. I started kind of switching more to natural stuff, because I started steering away from the chemicals a little bit. I really didn't like, I would do a relaxer. I like doing relaxers for short hair. Like, if you're gonna keep it short, then fine, we can do a relaxer, because I don't have to worry about it. But trying to grow hair with relaxer is just like so hard. If you sweat 2 times, it's a wrap. Like,
it is definitely a wrap.
Your hair is just
no live somewhere like here in Georgia. Like, it's over. My grandmother used to do like a mild relaxer on me like every 2 weeks. And I promise you, as soon as I hit the playground, because my hair used to be just dead.
You
and
got some thick stuff, but like,
but she used to be like, every 2 weeks, I promise you. And she would do like the mildest of the mild. She was into hair growth, but it's like the same thing.
It still can get to a certain length, and then it's just like, okay, well, that's it. You keep it trimmed so it looks healthy, and you're just not gonna, it's still growing, because you gotta relax it every so often. You got the new growth, but the ends just don't last. They break for every little thing.
Yeah, I think the longest my hair was like right down here with the relaxer.
I haven't been able to get anybody past that, myself included. Like,
really?
Not with the relaxer. It's got so many. It's got 2 years before. That's about 2 years ago. I think it's got 2 years before the hair's too weak. And it just snaps. The ends just get brittle and snap. And don't be sweating, because my little sister had sweat. She couldn't get hers past her shoulders at all. The front over the bang area, she couldn't get past her nose. until we locked her hair. And that was even after we went natural. Said go natural. We'll still straighten it and do the stuff you like. And then we stopped doing the straightening it. She started just wearing her afro and twist outs and stuff, and still never got past the tip of her nose in the front on the that part in the front. It never did, and that's what, like 5 or 6 inches. Like, but Loc is down to her butt. So eventually I did. Eventually I just stopped doing everything. I kept doing everything else, but I stopped advertising for new clients. So some of my clients ended up going natural. Some of them ended up starting Locs because they just saw people's hair grow down their butt over the years. And you just see somebody who like, if somebody was here right after you or right before you every time you came to get your hair done, they were here too, because everybody's got their schedule, So you usually going to see some of the same people on your schedule time. And so when you see those same people, you getting your relaxer, you getting your haircut, you getting your styles, you like it. But this person came in with a little mini afro, started this, and then every time you see them for 5 years, and now their hair's down their back, like you gonna be like, let me try that. Let me try that out, because like my hair's still been the same this whole time, 5 years, and I get it cut. So, but yeah, I had some people switch sides from relaxer to Locs. It's crazy. I was like, you just gotta grow your natural out for a few months. We'll just curl it up. We curl it up like usual until it's all natural. Cut off that straight stuff. I started like that. Yep. Because if you still you already used to wearing a short style, starter Locs is not that hard anyway. It's not a big jump from a short curl style. It's a little bit different. But yeah, so eventually, since I just stopped advertising for everything else. So eventually, even in my hometown, I ended up with only Loc clients, really. Mostly, I had a few, when I left there, I still had a few people that had like natural styles. But that junk that hurts too. Those twists hurt. Combing hair hurts my hand like braiding does. It makes my palm like cramp. Like, I don't know what it is, but it hurts if I can't do it. So I had to stop doing that too. And so that's when I was like, well, I'm just gonna make a Loc salon. I'll probably move it to Atlanta because I know that I ain't gonna have no problem, keeping it busy. Even though, I didn't have no problem. I pretty much only had Locs when I left Nebraska.
How long did it take you to kind of build that clientele?
In Nebraska? So first I worked when I first started after I left that girl shop, because when I was working at her shop I only worked there. But after I left there, I lost pretty much all my clients except the couple, because I don't know for sure, I ain't gonna speculate, but I lost a lot of my clients.
I like to speculate.
I lost a lot of my clients. So I was like, I was working at home, trying to find, like I was looking around at different salons, trying to find a place that I felt I would be comfortable at or could afford to work at, because most places were booth rent if you, regardless of if you had clients or not. And a lot of places will work with you, but, So I worked at a white salon, a haircutting place, Great Clips. I worked at Great Clips while I was.
They still have salons around.
Great Clips. They've been around forever. They still rolling, even though Sport Clips came along a few years after them and started taking all their business. But Sport Clips just does men's haircuts. So. Yeah, so they just took the men, but they didn't take all of them, because Sport Clips cost a little bit more than Great Clips.
So you put me on, I don't even know. I mean, I'm never probably gonna step foot in there, but if somebody,
because if you did, everybody gonna turn and look at you crazy. And it's crazy because they do haircuts, and they will. If you go in there, they will attempt. But you just kind of, when you go in there, you just kind of know. And even if you go in there and you see me, you still like, I'm gonna look at you like, because their whole thing is set up on a timer, okay? And our hair don't work with that timer. Cutting our hair don't work with that timer. Their timer is, they come in, they sit in your chair, you spray them down with water, you cut their hair in 15 minutes or less and send them on their way. They don't get a shampoo. They don't get a blow dry most of the time. In the summer, they really don't. In the winter, they might have you knock a little bit of the water off, but in the summer, they walk out dripping. They do not care. So I definitely I had a good time working there. I mean, I made some good friends working in the white shops, but they definitely don't pay well, and it's not enough to live off of. You have to have some backup monies.
A couple backups.
Yeah, so I did that, and then I also was building my own clients, but I wasn't only building Locs. So when in Nebraska, the population of black people is 13%. And I still managed to have something like 500 clients when I left.
Nice.
Like, not that I saw it once, because I really only do so much in a week, but I still, like, they was on rotation. They was in my Rolodex. That's how many contacts I had. That was all just Nebraska contacts, which I kept the same number for years because people would leave, move out of town, and when they'd come back, or they might just be visiting, and they'd call me like, hey, is this still Miss Tiff? I think I heard that. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I'll be keeping numbers forever because I do not remember, but come on in.
That's dope though. They still reached out to you.
So, yeah, and so I ended up, I think I made the name of the shop Locc'd in. I came up with that. It came up in my memories the other day too. I think it was 5 or 6 years ago. And I, at the time, just wanted to, I knew that I was leaving my hometown, but I hadn't told anyone yet. And I wanted to train other people to do it. And I had went to cosmetology instructor school, like, well, now it's been a little over 8 years. But at the time, it was only like 3 years. I feel like I had just went to school and just finished it. And so I was like, I need to teach other people how to do this because I was getting calls like for new clients requesting me, like to the point where I think fell right in my pocket, to where I was telling people no all the time, or I was booked, or they were booking me. I was booked out like 2 months. Like right now I'll be booked out the most is like 2 weeks. But back then, and we talking about a majority white town, and I was booked out doing Locs 2 months, to where I felt like I couldn't even take a vacation or nothing. And I just was like, I need backup, or I need to train some people.
You about their hair.
And the whole time the whole time I want to move, but like these people depending on me 2 months out, I can't even take new people. So I was like, well, I gotta train some other people. So I started making posts on Facebook asking like, who wants to learn how to do this? I was posting pictures of my work. You want to learn how to do this? Hit me up. And I made the name of the shop, and then I started training people in my basement. And mind you, I had a shop that I had closed because running a shop is just a lot of freaking work.
Yeah.
Look around, it's a lot of work. But so yeah, I said I wasn't gonna open another one. But then when I started training people in my basement, I was like, dang, I wish I still had that shop. I wish I still had that shop. I should have kept it. I probably should have kept it. But at the time I was doing everything, and I just was not happy with a lot of stuff. So anyway, you live and you learn. Because I wish I would have kept it. It'd still be open right now if I would have started training in there. Because I would have just lined people up and had them in there doing them.
Yeah.
Similar to now, but like I would still have that, and I'd just go back and check on it and work every now and then because I would have a place. And when I was going back and forth, I had to rent a booth, but it was cool though. But yeah, I started training people, hoping to find somebody to replace me for my clients because I knew I was leaving, and I wasn't sure when, and I wasn't sure how I was gonna break the news to them. But I felt like if I broke the news to them that I was leaving, it would go over better if they already knew who was going to replace me. And I still feel like I was right about that. I just didn't end up finding anybody to really fully replace me. There was a lot of different reasons, but a lot of stuff happened. Them is gonna end up being story times. I'm not gonna tell them all today, but because some of the training that I did before I left really helped me solidify the decision to go, because I was just like, Lord, today working with people, I love y'all, I do, but sometimes, okay. And there was different stuff. There was unprofessionality. Yeah, there was unprofessional stuff going on. There was some sneaky stuff going on. There was some people that just flat out just came to learn to just take care of their loved one. So they made 1 day worth of work and then bounced on me. There was just so much stuff that happened. And I was just like, wow. And so I thought I wasn't gonna do that again. But then when I got down here, as soon as Rona struck, my phone was blowing up.
Yeah.
And I was like, hold on. It's supposed to be Rona. So why are y'all all trying to get y'all hair done so bad? But not only was they trying to get their hair done, but everybody else was too. And I was telling like 5 people no a day. I was like, oh, I gotta train somebody. Like, how do I can't even. So I just was like, forget it. I'm gonna just do it again. And this time I'm gonna do it in the shop, and hopefully it goes good. And here we are.
There you go. The journey.
Yeah.
Full circle.
We made it here. And having a shop is still a lot. It's still a lot of work, but it's pretty rewarding. I prefer it with just locks, actually, which is crazy because I still end up having to tell people no because they see the parts, right? And so they still like, they do good braids over there, you know. They see, when you see clean parts, you just know the braids is fire. But I can't braid no more. Yeah, I can't braid no more. So when they come and I have a braid, like, and I don't know if these girls wanted to do braids, I might be able to put them on there and see how it goes. We probably would do good, but nobody said they want to, so I can't. Like I can't. But we all got our own separate schedules, so they could if they wanted to. I asked them, so it's up to them. Because people do be asking. They see this and they think braids automatically. I'm like, it's not braids. Especially when they're coming in from like next door at the Dominican barbershop. They come in thinking that this is the braid shop, and they're like, sweet, I'm gonna get my hair cut, my girl get her braids.
Right, no, facts.
No, but she should get over here and lock her hair though. Tell her that. She needs to lock that stuff up. Cause I'm telling you, it'll change your life.
Yeah, no, I love it so far.
Yeah, that was the easiest 2 weeks you had so far.
No, it really was, bro. I'm probably the most consistent I've been with like actually covering my hair.
Yeah, because you want to make sure, like, I don't want that ugly stuff people be talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have lint from like my pillow from 5 months
yes,
ago.
and this right, and this and this is important because because in the beginning is when it will collect the most lint. Once they're locked, they really don't collect a whole lot of lint. Hey, hello. They really don't collect a lot once it is fully locked. But why are they locked in? Oh yeah, they're grabbing hair and everything else if they can get to it. You cover it now, especially. I'm not great at it either. It's really hard.
Yeah, I used to be getting like a long run.
I be irritated in my sleep and doing stuff that I otherwise wouldn't do, like yanking stuff off my head. It'd be my sleep getting disturbed that makes me always end up cutting my hair off. Because I have problems sleeping already. I don't know why. I don't know why. I have trouble. I used to have insomnia real bad when I was a kid.
Really?
And then now it's just like, I can sleep because I be tired. But I be uncomfortable. If I'm uncomfortable, I wake up. And so my hair be, long hair, it doesn't matter what it is, whether it's locked or anything other than just down. And when it's long, down is too much still. Too much. Because I still can't sleep on it. It's like an extra pillow. It's in the way of my pillow. I can't do long hair. But that's why I'm here for y'all. I'm not here for me. I'm here for y'all. Y'all can do long hair. I cannot. Well, I had a client who got really bad headaches from having long hair. She said locks help that, so that's good. Okay. Because locks didn't help with my headaches. But that's because I keep starting them myself, and I'm pretty sure I keep doing them wrong. The last set that I had, I know they were too big. Because I'm looking at my curl pattern now, and it's much tighter than the size that I made them. It's not super tight, but it's much tighter than the size that I made them, which too big is going to hurt automatically. And it shouldn't hurt. That's what I'm telling you. If it hurts, something's wrong. Yeah, and you need to look into it, because if they lock like that, then you're in trouble. And mine did. They definitely locked like that. They actually locked up over the course of me being injured.
Really?
And that's when I was like, oh crap. Yeah, because I colored it, and then sometimes when you color it and it's not quite locked, it finishes with that color, because color changes the texture of it a little bit and makes it like tighten up like real bad. I'm not recommending that. I'm just saying that happens. And it wasn't good when it happened to mine, because they weren't the right size. So when it tightened up, it was like, ouch. And it just started hurting me right away. I was like, oh no, I did it wrong again. And when I say again, I do mean again. I've probably done it 6 times now. Because I've been doing this a long time. So over the years, I've had probably 6 set of locks, and some of them I've let grow, and most of them I've cut as soon as they locked because I didn't like the way that they locked because I keep doing it myself, and I really. So here's the thing: I need to let somebody else do it. That's because you can't see your own head. And the only way that I can get these right is that I'm looking right at it. So like I said, when I see one that I do a little bit off and it doesn't look right, it either tries to unravel because it's too big or it's looking too big because it's too small. I can just comb it out and do it over. But when it's my own head, I can't really tell. I can't see it.
And you're exerting out whole like energy of just locking it. You know what I mean? Like, I would imagine that's
Not
a little tough.
Yeah. It doesn't. I can't even get the comb coils in right, like all the way to the end. Like I can get them in kinda, and I can't get them all the way to the scalp. Like I had yours all the way to the scalp. I can't do it to mine. And so I need me for me, and I don't have me. That's all it is.
You'll find you though.
Yeah, I'll find me. You'll probably create me. You know,
You definitely.
a little training here and there. Yeah, I train these guys, and everybody's doing really good.
Yeah, no, everyone's firing here. When I came in last time, it was like filled up.
Yeah.
On that
Oh
side.
yeah, everybody's working.
Yeah.
It's a little
So
quiet
it's nice.
today.
It was good to see everybody different work.
Oh yeah. Well, I try to get it to where we're all kind of doing, at least to where it still looks the same when we're done. Like the results should look a certain way, and everybody's on board with that, and that's awesome because this is the first time I've had that ever, and I've been training. I've trained a lot of people. Over since I made the name of the shop Locked In, which is just really essentially me. I named myself Locked In, and then after I did that, I started training people. I've trained about like 16 people now. It might be 17. I don't know. I got a new girl starting on August something though. There's a new girl. She's starting in the first week of August, and I'm kind of excited about that because I thought I wasn't going to train anymore. I was getting discouraged, and then when my ankle broke, I just was like, screw everything. You know how it is.
Revisit, yeah.
You know how it is. But I was just like, okay, get my life together. And now that I'm back at work, and I'm not, it's not the end of the world that I broke my ankle because I really was depressed for a little bit. She came in and was like, is it okay if I start the first week of April? And I'm like, yes, that'll be great because I think I'll be able to walk by then. And I really don't want to train anybody while I can't walk because I like to have them work directly in front of me. And whenever I see them struggling with something, then I can just come over and real quick help them without making a big deal about it or whatever, so that they can keep their confidence and stuff while they're training. I can't do that in this wheelchair. I mean, I can.
You be shaking and moving though.
I'm getting around, okay? I'm trying. But yeah, I done got fast in this chair. I don't really need it, but I came in here yesterday and I only had one client because I'm off on Mondays and Tuesdays now. I changed my schedule to just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and just working longer hours because I'm in this chair. Because my feet used to hurt too bad to work those hours, but now that I'm working in this chair, I can work a long time. So I took those days off, but when I first came back to work, I had opened up my schedule just one client a day. So that's why I still had one on Monday and one on Tuesday because they booked that months ago when I first came back. And so I was like, it's just one client, so I'm not even gonna take my chair at all. First time I came up here without a chair, I walked in the building. I walked all the way back to the back. And I folded some towels. I actually carried the towels in, okay? So I'm really doing it, okay? I'm walking. I'm like real life person again. And so I walked in with the towels. I took them back. I folded some towels. Then my client came, so I came in the front and greeted him. And then I locked the door because, of course, it was just me and him. And so then we had to go back to the back. So I walked all the way back there. I shuffled his hair on that chair, okay? Because I sat down for that. But then I walked all the way back here. And, of course, I walked him to the dryer. And I walked back there to get him. I walked all day yesterday. And, girl, when I tell you, I fell asleep at 5 o'clock.
What?
I fell asleep pretty much as soon as I got. Well, I ended up after his hair, I went back home, and I was tired. I was already yawning, and I had physical therapy yesterday, which was like, whoa! Like I already walked all day. Like I'm too tired. I was yawning the whole time in physical therapy. I asked her if I can get out early. She let me out early, and I came home and passed out in my little recliner chair.
Go, please.
So I can walk, but not a real day, not a whole day. I was so tired. Like, ooh, I can't handle all that walking anymore. Not yet. I'm not ready. But I can walk though, so that's lit. That's all I care about. I said, Lord, if the apocalypse happened now, I'm screwed.
Yo, what am I do?
They gonna leave me up against a tree.
You know that's what they do. If they really like you, they might leave you with a gun.
Exactly. Leave me with a revolver with one bullet.
Yo.
That's for me. That's my bullet. All because I broke my ankle. Like it ain't right. It's not right. So yeah, I was really depressed for a while, thinking this is it. I'm not going. They're gonna have to leave me in this house, and I hope don't nobody come in here and bother me while I slowly starve to death. But I made it. I can walk. I can walk enough to get away from a zombie. Okay.
All right.
I might be tired later, but I'm gonna make it away from that zombie. So I'm really pleased with that. Cause but I was so tired yesterday. I was like, I told my physical therapist all the walking I did, and I was like, I'm not going. She said, I'm gonna put you on the bike, and then you can go. Yes, ma'am. Please get me out of here.
Yeah.
I need to go home. And I fell right asleep. I was scared to drive home. It ain't but 20 minutes, but I was like, I'm tired. And I wanted to cancel, but you cancel at the last minute. They can you unlock that door?
Yeah, I got you.
Wait, if you cancel at the last minute, they want to charge you $30, and my insurance is already paying for it, so I ain't paying $30 for not showing up when my insurance pays for
Yeah,
me
no,
to
fine.
show up.
Sorry if I interrupted your little hairdo there.
Oh no, you're fine.
Is there a manager in at the moment?
There isn't.
Okay. Is it just?
Oh, you talking about Kevin?
Oh,
He off today.
he's off today?
What you got?
Okay.
Some more than side?
Gotcha. Oh wait, have you seen this before?
He bought that stuff for me.
Oh, he did? He's a great guy.
Yep. And
I
he the
mean,
one
well,
that
we
bought
might
it
have
too.
some different stuff
You
from
come
last
back.
time if you want to take a look.
Sure. I'll take it back.
Didn't want to interrupt your thing though, if you're the only one here right now.
But I like that soap.
Yeah. Well, we have more soap
But he
here.
kept saying it was
We also-
$30 soap. I don't have $30 for soap.
Oh, no.
He had some other stuff.
Yeah, so that's
Okay.
different from what we had last time. We did change it up a little bit.
Okay, because that soap was
So let me
good.
just
Now
give
you
you a
shouldn't
quick
change
pitch
that.
since you weren't here last time.
Okay.
My name's Eunice. What's your name?
You're on YouTube Live.
Oh,
You can be there though if you don't mind.
okay, I am.
That's
Wow,
fine by
okay.
me.
A little more exposure.
There you go.
Hi, YouTube. Okay, so my name's Eunice. I'm with State of Mind. I'm a brand ambassador for it. We're all about organic products and handcrafted products in the United States because we want to ensure quality versus quantity. You've already seen our soaps before,
Oh, it's good soap.
but
I'm almost
YouTube
done.
hasn't. So here's our soap, YouTube.
Oh, it smells
You want to go
good.
ahead and smell? This might be a different scent from last time. That's my eucalyptus one.
It's different, but it smells good. I was
Yeah.
just about to put it on my station.
You want to smell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So that's my eucalyptus one. This
You
is my
shouldn't be having me
lemongrass one.
touch it. My
Don't worry
hand's
about it.
not-
I got it. I can hold it for you. Some lemongrass.
Yeah, I like that first one.
Yeah. So I don't know if Kevin told you, but these soaps actually have CBD in them. So
Okay,
they're
I
good
thought
for-
that was oatmeal.
No, it's no, it's shea butter, essential oils, and actually CBD as well.
Okay, so that wasn't oatmeal?
No, it
Oh
wasn't.
my
oatmeal.
God.
We might have an oatmeal
It might
scented
have
one.
I don't know, it smelled good though.
But we put CBD in there because it's known to have healing properties for joint pain as well as be good for people with sensitive skin.
We know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is, you're talking to the right crowd.
There you
We
go.
know.
Yeah. We started in New York, Brooklyn, New York. We're trying to make some headway down in the south right now. And it's actually known to be good for people with sensitive skin too. Like if you have eczema, or I think that's how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm. We know about that too.
Yeah. But
We know all
yeah,
about it.
so that's why we put the CBD in the soaps. Yeah.
We like CBD and everything. Put it in all our stuff.
I don't know if he showed you this last time. But we also
Put it all in
I also have
everything.
my vegan wallet here. You can touch it if you
Oh,
want.
he's got one of those.
Oh, you
Uh-huh.
did?
Yeah.
So it's vegan.
He
So
bought that
it's
too.
made out. I'll give you a hint.
That's
of
what he
it's-
spent $30 on, trying to blame it on myself.
I'll give you a hint of what it's made out of.
Uh-huh.
It's a fruit.
Fruit.
Yeah.
THC.
No, we don't deal with THC. That's
CBD.
a little bit more illegal. It's actually made out of pineapple skin.
So, what?
Pineapple skin and white corn. Here, go ahead and feel it.
Nice. He didn't tell me
It
that.
doesn't feel any different, right?
He didn't tell me that. I gotta go.
You know, it's like,
So
you know,
they killing cows for nothing? Is
Well,
what you're telling me?
I mean,
That's
well,
what you're telling me.
it probably costs a little bit more because you can't. I get. Well, actually, you should be able to create pineapples at the same rate.
Well, pineapples take 3 years to grow. When you plant for the first
I did
time,
not know that.
yes.
Or you
I
know
got into
knowledge.
gardening and it's crazy because all the foods that I like take forever. But anyway,
Yeah, but we
3
wanted
years.
to be able to
So that's
expand to
probably
markets
why.
that most
Vegan.
vegans don't try to use it, but vegan leather is a thing.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's made out of pineapple.
Pineapple skin and wine corks, so like the corks in the wine bottles.
Nice.
Yeah, and it's also anti-theft. Now what that means is there's an
Like,
RFID
I'm
chip in
Okay,
there.
yeah, like, hold on.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there's an RFID chip underneath the Rhino
Uh-huh.
that prevents people from being able to scan your card information because they'll scan that chip instead of your card information.
I feel that.
It kind of like overbears
Nice.
over the wire because those
Now
wireless
that's
chips.
smart.
Ever since those came out, people have been stealing card information by just
Yep. Because
you're
all you
not
gotta
looking-
do is
it's easier than swiping just somebody's wallet because you just gotta scan.
yeah,
through
because all you gotta do is tap it. So
Exactly.
you just gotta be close to them.
Okay.
And
I
this
saw
thing-
that first on Prison Break though. They was doing that on
Yeah,
Prison Break,
exactly.
so they
But
was
this will
telling us what
prevent
was
that as
coming.
long as and the wallets come in different colors. So if you don't like red,
Yeah, he got a black one.
But,
But now I need to touch it because
And this is my multi-purpose toolkit right here. I put it in the wallet because it's good for safekeeping.
Okay.
It's like a Swiss Army knife, but there's 11
I've
different
seen that.
uses to it.
Sweet.
It's a bottle.
I bought one of those for Father's Day
Yeah, I
one
like
time.
something like that.
that's a good.
It's a bottle
cheap
opener, a
Father's Day
can
gift.
opener, a screwdriver, wrench, all the works. The best thing about it is it's TSA approved. So
you can
do
take it
you
on a
drink?
plane?
You can feel
Occasionally.
it. So you can open that Heineken right there on the plane, or if you're me personally, I like Coors Light.
Uh-huh.
So just open that Coors Light right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Ooh,
with
they approve
Presidente.
that?
Presidente?
TSA
I haven't had that
approves that
one
with
yet,
that
but I used to work in a
little
liquor
angel
store, so
Okay.
we were always low on Presidente because it was one of the more popular
Popular.
ones.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. So our gift sets, come with the wallet, the soaps, forgot to mention the socks. These are our socks. They come in different colors.
I
They're
have
made
two
from
pair
cotton
and
and
I can't find
polyester.
them. I lost them
Polka dot,
already.
and it has our mission statement on the back here.
And
if
they
you wanna
smell
read
like
that.
soap.
We're all about. The reason why we call it state of mind is because we want people to have a certain state of mind whenever they went about what they should wear or what they should have on their person. So everything we have, there's thought put into it. Our wallets are vegan. Our socks are made from cotton and polyester. And the soaps, they have CBD infused in them, so they're known for helping people with certain skin conditions and stuff like that. And we're actually doing a promotion this month because we turned 3 on July 3rd, so happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, we started.
Hey, we're like 7.
Oh, congrats! You're twice already.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we started in 2019, so not the best time to
That's
start.
an
With
But kudos
COVID
for
right
making it
after.
through, bro.
Yeah, we made it through. We
Heck
were actually
yeah.
doing hand sanitizer
We
and
did too.
masks during
Congratulations to all of us.
because we weren't allowed to do this. But now we're back on this.
Back on the road again.
And because we're turning 3, we're celebrating the month by doing a little promotion. Anyone who supports us by getting a bag also gets a discount code they can use on our website to get half off whatever they purchase until December 31st.
I can't really get
And
no
you
discount
can,
code.
and there's a bunch more stuff on our website like bath bombs, facial creams, all the work, incense. Actually, we just got incense recently. Yeah, and and we cut the cost down too because usually the bags are like $60 to $80 depending on what you have in there, which is a lot. And we cut it down to just half the cost of the wallet, which is $25. So, and these are actually my last 2 bags here. I dropped like 5 off at an industrial area earlier today.
What's that?
Yeah.
What's that sticking out of that bag right
Oh, this is actually my watch. I had 2 of these. This is my last one. We like to call it the last watch you'll ever buy because it's unlimited warranty.
there? Is it in the bag?
No, this is actually a separate item.
I was gonna say that.
But
So,
I want
yeah.
the bag with the watch then,
I can
obviously.
give you the bag with the watch if you want. So we call it the last watch you'll ever buy because if it ever breaks or it gets damaged, gets what do you call it?
Anything.
Out of disrepair, you mail it to us. We'll get you a new one for free, and you can switch out the band to a different color if you want. And it doesn't matter how many times you break it. Like you break it like 5 times, I don't recommend doing that. But if you break it 5 times, each time you mail it to us, we'll get you a new one for free for life.
nice.
These
Just go
usually go on our
underwater.
website for like 80 to 120 depending on the band, but I'm giving them out in person for 30.
Okay.
So if you all would love to support us, I'd love to give you a bag or a watch.
So it's only the bag or the watch because I really just need socks. I mean, not socks. I really just need that soap.
The soap.
I need that soap in my life.
Like
I'm
I
almost
said,
out of the oatmeal bar.
like I said,
Is or
the
isn't
bag,
oatmeal?
so
I'm not sure.
everything in here is marked down. So if you get a bag, you get a great deal because all the stuff together on our website is like between $60 to $80 usually.
I mean, I lost
And if
them
you
other
get a bag,
socks.
you also get that discount code. So if you really do like the soap, then you can get half off until December 31st. And I think it actually renews as well for the next year. But yeah, like I said, the bag's just 25 and the watch is 30. So if you like to support us, I'd love to give you a bag. These are my last two. So
Alright. Well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to make you do that again somewhere.
gotcha. No
Just
problem.
'cause I
Were you interested?
can't spend $25.
I will say
It's
I
been a
do
long
also
day.
have these sock bundles here, which I'm giving out.
See, I got them
If
socks, but
these
I
are
lost
just-
my socks
Gotcha.
already. I don't know
So
how I lost
I'm
them
giving
already.
these sock bundles out for
Uh-huh.
just $8. And if you get a sock bundle, you get that code I mentioned earlier that gives you half off. So
Socks, but not soap bundles.
we had the BFS. I think that's what you mentioned
So
before.
funny.
Like, yo, for
That he was
Soap
talking
is
about.
soap.
Did he have the big one, like the big soap with 100 milligrams of CBD? Because I
I
think that's what,
don't know.
because we usually
It
have
was a big
those.
thick bar, but it looked the same kind of.
Yeah, so we also do usually the BFS, which stands for big fucking soap.
Okay.
It has twice as much CBD, but we actually ran out because they're so high demand. So I would
That's some
usually
good
have.
soap. I didn't even know it had CBD in it, but it's some good soap. I
Yeah,
tell you
it
what, I
has
felt
CBD in
clean
there.
and it smelled good and it makes my skin smell like that.
Mhm.
And I like soap that makes my skin smell like it.
If you check out our website, we have more of
Why?
the soaps on there.
All right, I'm gonna have to get some soaps. Yeah. You
You
got
know
a code for your
You know what?
your commission when I order the soap online?
You know what? I'll just give you all that code that gives you half off anyway.
Alright,
Because I like all.
Do you
all-
get your commission for that?
Yeah, I actually do get
All right,
commission from
cool.
it. I'm not supposed to give you one.
All right, well they won't know.
Yeah.
Tell them
this
we just
video.
were there.
Do you have anything I can write on?
Yeah, show them the video. Oh, you don't show them the video. It's, yeah, maybe there
I
should be
guess
some
I can
things
say it
like
on
that.
video and they'll remember. Oh wait, yeah, I probably shouldn't say it.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't worry, we're not getting that
They're
many
like, we
views yet,
sold
but
out
we're
of
getting something.
everything.
We're not
Yeah,
that
they
many
might get
views
mad
yet.
at me if I say that.
Well, I want that soap, so they want me to buy it.
Yeah, that's so slick.
Yeah, just for you.
Soap.
Here you
Cool.
go.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, so if you use that code on our website, you get 50% off
Alright,
whatever you
good.
purchase until December 31st. Oh,
Oh,
gotcha.
yeah. There you go.
Because I don't know it.
Gotcha.
I know what to type, but is it going to come up
State
with
of
you?
Mind, for the people on YouTube, State of Mind NYC.
So do y'all
Okay.
use that song by Jay-Z for your promotions? Because you should.
I personally don't, but I'm sure because I'm just one brand ambassador.
Because
But
that's a
for
good
the-
song.
yeah.
Y'all might need to get the rights to it so y'all can play it on your
Maybe, yeah.
commercial. It's
Alright.
got the same name
Thank
as your company.
Alright,
Thank you, sir.
And what were your all's names again?
I'm Tiffany.
Thank you, Tiffany. And yours?
Buddha.
Good. Oh, that's an interesting name.
You guys know about
Alright. Y'all have a good one.
Have a good one. See you next time.
Also, do y'all have a trash can I could probably carrying this in my pocket?
All the way in the back.
Okay. Do you mind if I-
Yeah, go for it. It's back there. There's nothing
I
back
just don't
there you're
wanna
gonna
trip
want.
over anything.
More than likely, you can't sell nothing back there. All right, we about to turn off this live. It's been an hour now. We done had somebody come in solicited and everything, so we're gonna have to end it here and say bye, Lexi.
Oh.
We was on YouTube Live. I completely forgot about it for a second there, but catch y'all on the next one. Bye.